Hello there, everybody. I just really felt like kind of popping on to a live stream tonight. I'm going to be doing a little art therapy for myself. I have been doing this every month for the past few months where I will take my monthly year ahead card and I will sit down, sketch it out to the best of my ability, watercolor it, and then go back in with some pens and then stick it in my bullet journal. So I feel like I owe you guys an update on how everything is since the last time we talked. It was quite sad. Hi Angie, hi Rhonda, hi Antonio, hi Kayla, hi Pedro. I am good. Thank you so much for asking. Um, I just want to start off by saying thank you so much. Um, Hi, C. Lewis reading M. Hi, how are you? I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for being so understanding about Witchy Book Club live stream. I don't like know what to do with my hands because I normally have the camera on my face, but I will get to drawing in a second, I promise. Um, I just, if you missed it, Monday for Witchy Book Club, um, I had to cancel because I got a phone call, like right before I started, and I had some really devastating news. So it's kind of out in the open now. So I will briefly talk about what transpired just so that you guys know that I'm okay. I'm not going to go into very much detail, but my best friend Allison, who just moved out of my house like a few weeks ago. Oh God, so awful. She discovered her boyfriend on Sunday night and he had passed away in his apartment. Um, she is just really devastated, as you would think one would be. And it's just really bad because not only to lose a loved one, but to be the one to discover them. And she just lost her father last year to cancer. And it's just been really, it's been a lot for her. She's gone through so much. And my heart just really breaks for her because she was so in love and so happy. And so when I got that call, I just kind of dropped everything and spent the whole day with her. And, so um, there's been no conclusion as to what happened yet. And I probably won't even go into details, even, when I do know things. I just don't want you to worry, you know, too much about me, but I just want you to know that she was aware of all of the people who were sending and posting things in the Witchy Book Club Facebook group, like white candles, and everyone who messaged me saying that they were thinking wonderful things for Allison or for my friend, which I don't even think I said who it was in the live stream, but it was my best friend Allison. And so it is really powerful, the community that we have, and I know that nothing can really make this easier for her, but I know that the power of love and prayer and peace and healing energy is do help, and I just thank you all so much for that. And I want to give a special thanks to my moderators, as stupid as that sounds, because I really kind of just like was bombarded on in a good way in the Witchy Book Club of all these posts and new people coming, and they really stepped it up and kind of, were commenting back and posting links and making sure everybody was, being addressed, and I just really appreciated that. So or for anybody else who was just doing things that were very sweet. So that's really the last that I want to say on it because, again, it's happening in my life, but it's not happening to me. It's happening to somebody that I care very, very deeply about, and I'm devastated for her. She's just completely heartbroken. So, yeah, so I just wanted to address what actually happened and to say thank you for, all the candles that you guys said that you were lighting and everything like that. But with that said, it's really funny because not really funny, but my monthly card for September is the Sun card. And I feel like the Sun card is one of those cards that I don't really connect with all that much, and to me has always been a bit surfacey, which is fine. Sometimes a nice easy card is kind of refreshing after maybe some hard cards or in a spread. It's nice to be seeing, the Sun cards come up and stuff. So, thank you so much, Rhonda and Angie. That's really sweet. And hi, Katie, or hi to anybody else, Kayla, who came in and I didn't get to say hi. Hi, Isadora. I assumed it was something sad, so I decided to. Thank you so much. Again, I didn't really mean to make anybody worry specifically about me, but since it's concerning somebody that I care really, really deeply for, it was concerning me. So, yeah. So this is the first time I have spoke in a live chat. My thoughts are with you and yours. Hope to chat with you at a later date. That's so, so sweet that you decided to speak up then. Thank you so much. And I will pass that along to her because honestly, it's nice to hear it for me, but it's not really me who needs it. It's her. So I will definitely pass all that love and energy to her. So this month's had a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And the highs that have been here was when Skylar visited. I feel like when my best friend Skylar visited from Texas, I have not experienced the Sun card like that, the energies of the Sun card in so long. Like I was just giggling like little kids. Like when we were in the hotel room when we went down to Ohio, we were in separate beds, but it felt like we were in sleeping bags next to each other, like spending the night with our friend. And we were supposed to be going to bed, but all we could do was just giggle and say nonsense. And like we couldn't go to sleep even though we were exhausted. Like that pure giggly happiness of just being stupid and happy was something that I haven't felt in a really long time. Loved your videos with Skylar. Thanks. It was so annoying for me to edit and post because it was just 40 minutes of us straight giggling about nothing. But honestly, that's the Sun card. Like it's just pure happiness. So Groon says, Sammy, I always think of sun casting shadows. It feels superficial for me too. Yeah, but then other than when Skylar was here and I was experiencing this like just giggly, happy, like anything he said, like he could just about to open his mouth and I knew I was just gonna crack up like that, like uncontrollable laughter and happiness to me. Other than that, when the Sun card comes up, it does feel very superficial or very surfacey. And again, maybe that's something that I'm supposed to be discovering within myself, which is why I really love doing these monthly card breakdowns. But here's the thing. So my next my next card for next month, Solaria Willow says, "May Allison's heart heal and only good remain." Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of time and it's gonna be very difficult. I know that. So, but I really appreciate that and I will pass all of the love to her. The Barefoot Taurus, Sammy, Heather, hi everyone. Hi, how you doing? Thanks for coming. I did just give the update, so I'm gonna try and move on. But if you wanna, when this is over, if you wanna like go watch the first 10 minutes, I'll explain all the updates and stuff. But thank you so, so much. I did go to school for art, so I really appreciate that. Christine. Hi, Christine. So yeah, as you can see, I've already sketched and loosely watercolored everything. So I thought today we could just chat a little bit more about the sun card, or just if you guys want to ask me questions, or, we can go over the certain energies or maybe things that have been going on or things that might be coming up. I'm going to be using two different pens. So if you guys are wondering, also my nails are really grown out. They're still cute, but they're grown out. So don't judge me, okay? I haven't had the time. I'm going to be using two markers today, or two ink pens. I'm just going to be using this simple Sharpie pen, and it's really, really fine print. Let me see if you can see. It won't focus on that. And then this one is a bit bigger. You can see I've made the two tester dots. One of them's really thin and one of them's a little bit thicker, but this one's also pretty bit of a small boy. And this is the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen, and this is S for small. So if you're wondering as I'm doing that, those are the two ink markers that I'll be using, or ink pens. But what else are you guys saying? So should I sketch with you or be jewelry or just lay in bed and be lazy? I got home from work. Oh, girl, just take a beat, and then if you feel inspired as I'm drawing, then I would do that. What's up with Gemini and Libra getting knocked up? Interesting. Libra baby. I don't know what you're talking about. But Heather, I was working on my tarot journal before you went live, transferring all my notes I took from our last book club chat. Oh my gosh, I do that too. Like if I take notes, I have to have them like nice when I put them in a real notebook. Sammy, do you plan to include the error line on the sun or fix it? Are you talking about like up here? Do you see that little squiggly? Is that what you're talking about? Because other than that, I don't know what error line. As I was sketching, I don't know. That's the only one I can think of, is like this little line up here that doesn't really make sense with the rest of the drawing. But yeah, I'll include it. I love the sun card. All about pure, naive happiness. Yeah, that extra squiggle. Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm going to put it in there. It's alright. I already sketched it out. So, it is kind of hard when I start sketching. So I'll pick a topic, start talking, and then if you guys are commenting, like I'll take a break, and because I've done this before live, and once I start like going on the lines, it's a little harder to keep up with the comments. So if I'm talking or if I'm not looking at it and I'm drawing and then you want me to go over something again, just type it in caps or retype it again. Now, this is what we're going to talk about, is this transition. Okay, into listening mode. No, you guys can, you can, Gurn, you can type and you can talk amongst yourselves, but if you want me to talk about something specific, or if you want me to read your comment and I'm like in on a flower detail or something, I'll probably miss it. This is my next card. This is my card for October. And it's an interesting transition to go from the Sun card to the Four of Cups. And what's even more interesting is that this is not the first time that this has happened, where I have felt almost halfway through the month that I've already transitioned into next month's energies. And I feel like I recognize that, and it makes it easier for me to understand things, because just because I'm doing a year ahead spread doesn't mean that I have to, like, say on October 1st, that's right where this card is going to fall. It's more so like, how are the energies going to connect throughout the year? For me personally, that's how I see it. And most of the time, I will find that the cards will have like a hangover into the next month. So it's like most of the time, through the first week of October, I'll still be feeling the Sun card. Where in this case, pretty much after Skylar left, which was the beginning of September, I started to already transition into this card. And I think with recent events that's happened, it's really just kind of put me in this really tired, very depressive, very funky. Like, I don't care if this is something good that's happening. Like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get up early. I don't want to, and I don't have to. So I'm going to allow myself this space. And it's interesting because this energy is not something that I feel a lot really ever. I'm very motivated. I'm very let's talk and let's start drawing. What should we start with? I feel like we should start with the sun. Should we go in on that? Oh, I always get so nervous to start. Like the first couple ink, and then once I get in a groove, it's like, oh, so satisfying. Let's yeah, let's start with the sun. But I feel like it's kind of refreshing, as horrible as that sounds, to bring me back down to a little bit more of. I was on such a high when Skylar was here, and I just feel like that's not how you live your life all the time 100%. Like you have to feel like the lows and the highs, and even though the events is not something that I wish on anybody, and again, this isn't even my battle to, to deal with. It's just surrounding me and people that I love. I'm still feeling that like very I'm still feeling the ripple effect of it, I guess. And I just feel like it's pushed me right into this energy for next month already. And I'm kind of okay with it. Um yeah. So even though I'm going to bring this up in Witchy Book Club, our homework for this past week that we missed and that we're going to be, continuing on with Monday was to give yourself a gift. And I wanted everybody to go through the aces through the sixes, which is what we went over last time. And I wanted everybody to pick out a card for themselves that represented a gift that they wanted to give. And then there was questions involved and everything. And I actually picked and ended up, before the events happened with Allison, I picked the Four of Cups, which is a really interesting gift to give yourself. Why would you want to give yourself the gift of, boredom, complacency, depression, oh, woe was me, or like, you know, pity, wallowing in the gloom and doom kind of feeling. Um, so, okay, so as I'm looking at the same sun card right now, I have the same deck. I am very new to tarot, and this is the deck I am learning with. This is a wonderful deck to learn with, in my humble, not so humble opinion, because so many books are based off of the system that the artwork was designed for with this type of deck. Not to say it's the only one to learn on, but it is really helpful, I think. And I didn't learn with a Rider-Waite deck. I learned with different decks that had Rider-Waite based imagery on it, but I think it might have been a little easier for me if I would have done that. What did Angie say? Should I ruin a surprise because I really can't keep surprises too well sometimes? Oh my gosh, Angie, same. But no, don't ruin it. What? All right, just tell me what like the surprise is about. How about that? You don't have to tell me like what. You don't have to ruin the surprise. So what is it pertaining to? You're pregnant? What's going on? What's happening? Are you coming to visit me? Because that would be really cool. Oh, it's for you. No, girl, don't ruin that. Don't you ruin that. So giving myself a gift of the Four of Cups. Oh, why would anybody do that? No babies for me. I was just joking. I was just joking. Why would anybody give themselves, out of all the cards from the aces to the sixes? And by the way, I'm predicting right here, right now, that a lot of people are going to give themselves the gift of some sort of ace, because the aces a lot of the times are seen as gifts or blessings or new beginnings. So that is a really, I feel like that's a really not easy choice, but I feel like it's going to be a choice that people are going to naturally want to pick. And I think I knew that, and I was between the Ace of Pentacles, and I was going to go into like self-worth and things like that. But then I just kept hearing like the Four of Cups, like this is a gift. Like I need to look at it as a gift. And because of the fact that I'm never in this space of boredom, I never allow myself to be bored. It was something growing up that wasn't allowed. We were not allowed to say the word bored in my house growing up. Um, it honestly was not allowed. So I find myself in a habit and a ritual of, let's do this little imperfection squiggly that Grun was talking about. I like that squiggle. Feels good, feels right. I just had an urge to do these lines here, so I'll go back to the face. But what I've noticed is, I'm naturally a Gemini, you guys. So just naturally, my energy wants to do all of the things and start all of the tasks, and I'm always here and there and all over the place with my mind and my conversations and my passions and my interests and my learning. I really am such a genuine Gemini. But a lot of it also comes from knowing how to keep myself busy and wanting to stay busy and really wanting to always be productive or using my time wisely. But within that, my two stalker cards, if you've watched any of my videos before, typically are the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands, which really talks about like, hey, you're doing too much, learn to say no, and you need to take a rest. So, yeah, I feel like within the Four of Cups to me, there is a lot of room for work with shadow because of the fact that I'm never allowing myself to be bored. I'm never allowing myself to just not want to do something. Like I feel guilty when I'm just sitting down. Like my boyfriend gets so upset at me when we're trying to watch TV and we were trying to spend time together and I have to do a puzzle or I'm on my phone or I have to be doing something else because it's not enough just to do one thing with my mind. I just lose interest or I feel guilty about doing that thing. And yeah, so there's lots, I feel like the gift that I wanted to give myself was the ability to be okay in this space or be okay with having this energy. Like it's okay to just not want opportunities when they come to you. It's okay to be in a funk. It's okay to just get out of bed. Like I need to learn how to give myself the liberty of like having off days and knowing that like I need to give myself a time period in which I allow this, because if this goes on too long, then obviously it does become more of an issue. But if I just find myself in this space to not allow myself to be overtaken with guilt. Let me go back now and read some of your guys' comments because I'm Ramble City over here. Isadora said ASMR feelings. I do not feel like I have a good ASMR voice at all. My Michiganian accent is the worst. My A's, the way I pronounce my A's, like I cringe when I edit my videos. Angie says, maybe because you have been doing a lot these past few weeks, so you want to give yourself the time to calm down and relax a bit. I feel like, yeah, that's true, Angie, but I think it's even more than that, you know? Isadora, also Gemini, curiouser and curiouser. Alice in Wonderland is my absolute favorite because I really identify with her character of just being so curious and wanting to just go and learn and discover and go through this door and fall down this hole. We weren't allowed the B word either. Spent most of our time outdoors, so boredom was infrequent. Yeah, and I feel like it's a really great lesson to teach your children. But on the other hand, I've become so inherently paranoid of not doing something every single second because in my mind, I grew up thinking, you can't be bored or you have to constantly be doing something or else you will get bored and then you're going to not get in trouble. It's not like we would get grounded, but it was really frowned upon if we couldn't find something to do. It was like, well, you have so many hobbies, or why don't you do this, or why don't you do this? Like, I always had to constantly be stimulating myself to where now it's really good for productive qualities within myself and being ambitious and getting things done like I want to. But there has to be some sort of balance. And I feel like right now I could use a little bit of this Four of Cups energy and just being like, I don't want to, whatever, if that makes sense. Like, that's a gift I can give myself is the ability to just be meh. Barefoot and I were talking about you last night, all good stuff, of course, but how you're a Gemini and we'd love to hear you talk. Love me some Sammy stories. And girls, I can. Katie has to go. I probably missed her already, but I love you, Katie, and I'm glad that you came on. My mom is a Gemini too, and she's always doing something. She just can't sit still. Sammy, let's trade energies. I take too much time to relax and do nothing. I need some more energy to kick me in the butt and get stuff done, which was like why I was really excited to post that, like why I wake up early in the morning ramble video, except for it wasn't as well received because I think a lot of people missed the point, which, whatever. I mean, I'm hoping that it helped one person or motivated one person, but I kind of clapped back a bit in the comments section of that, and I'm feeling a little guilty about it now, but it's whatever. What Kay says, now I'm learning tarot and astrology. I'm never bored. Oh, I know. There's so much to learn too. You'll be forever learning. As am I. Yes, I'll take some of your motivation as well, Sammy. Kate says, hey, Sammy, I was so happy to see one of your live streams come up. Good afternoon, work treat. Yeah, good afternoon, work treat. Kate, where are you in the world that it is the afternoon? Christina, Sam Holloway, me too. I am on one big vacation since I retired. I don't do a thing, need some motivation. I'm constantly wanting to share a new project and learn a new skill, but I end up too overwhelmed to start anything. See, my mom would say that if you are bored, you have nothing to do, then clean. Exactly. My mom had a Capricorn moon. Like, literally, she would come in and check to see if we lifted up things off of our shelves and we weren't just dusting around them. And then if we didn't, we had to redo it all. Like, I'm like, which is good because I learned. I learned, but still, like as a kid, you're like, Mom, it's fine, I have too much Four of Cups energy sometimes. And so, yeah, so obviously you maybe wouldn't want to give that as a gift to yourself. Let me keep going. I can read the comments and do these lines. These aren't too intense. And also, by the way, let me add, I absolutely hate the squiggles in the sun. Like, I want them to be perfect, and they're so not how I would have drawn them. So it takes everything in me to just like, this is not a good squiggle to me. Like, that makes me cringe. But I'm trying to do it like the card, so and then let me go back. Angie, Sammy, I woke up at 5 a.m. today, so your video helped. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. That is amazing. Yeah, you guys, most of the time I'm waking up anywhere between 5:30 and 6:30, depending, maybe earlier, maybe later. But I think people miss the point because a lot of people wake up really early already, like they have to for their job, and I have the freedom and liberty to not have to do that, which I did understand making that video that not everybody has that fortitude. But again, the point wasn't like the title's not like how to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. It's why I wake up early every day. It was to inspire you to create time and space for personal, development or to make sure that you're giving yourself time to breathe in the morning instead of just rushing off to your job or, you know, and I think the majority of the people watching probably understood it, but I had a few people in the comments that I was very upset about because I was sensitive and on my period. And I was like, what do you mean? But anyways, Chrisanne, hi there. Oh my God, I'm sitting here listening and I'm so used to only catching the playbacks. I forgot I could say hello. Hi, Chrisanne. I hope that you're doing well today. I am clearly trying to attempt to sketch out the sun card, which I already did the watercolor for. And I'm just rambling, talking with you guys. And yeah, I got up at 2:30 p.m. I could not get to sleep. Oh gosh, my sleep has not been great either lately. So I feel you, Christina. I still dust around things. I see I don't now. So it was a good lesson, but you know, the struggle is real. I'm a Virgo sun and a Capricorn moon. Oh, see, I had a mom that had a Capricorn moon and I have a Virgo ascendant. So her Capricorn kind of rubbed off into my Virgo ascendant. And I mean, I like ritual and I like things tidy and I like things a certain way. But I do also have a Taurus moon, so I will take forever to do it, but when I do it, it best be right. Um, Heather says, but I see as a gift because my toddler is so excited for the day and it gives me a different outlook. We should all be more like children sometimes. That's a really good thing to bring up because we're talking about the sun card, and I see so much within connections to, inner child and childhood things when dealing with the sun card that comes up a ton for me. And especially with how I dealt with this energy this month, a lot of my happiness was coming from feeling things that I hadn't felt in so long because of Skylar being here. It felt like, when you would be like, Mom, can I spend the night over their house? And then you end up staying there all weekend and you're just like in this happy little bubble. And when you go home, you're like back to reality. Oh, an Eminem song just started playing into my head for the rest of that, and I'm really glad I didn't recite the lyrics. That would have been cringy. See, I have a job. Oh, I'm missing some comments. Hold on. What's your channel name? I can't find you. Sam. Christina wants to know if you have a channel and how to find. Christina, Sam, and her wife have a business, and it's so cool. Link your Instagram. They have a business on Instagram, and everyone should go check out Sam's Instagram. Heather, yes, my son actually looks just like the child in the sun card, so it resonates with me in his attitude. Cute. 5 a.m. is my wake up time, and I'm a night owl, so I'm not sure what that makes sense. Yeah. I'm a night owl too, but if you missed my video that I posted on, what was it, yesterday? Tuesday? I don't know. I edited it and it was just scheduled to go up, so, which worked out nicely because I wouldn't have wanted to film anything on Monday. I just talk about how it's important to set aside time for yourself, and that inherently I think that everybody is a night owl, even if they don't think that they are. They might be okay with mornings. They might not hate mornings, but I love mornings, but I would always consider myself a night owl. I've just learned how to be a functioning morning person and to enjoy my mornings. It's a lot about intention as well and how we use our words and, okay. Hi to everybody else who's come in that I've missed. I can see that people are coming in still, and I'm like trying to look. And again, if I miss anything, if I miss anything, just keep writing it again because it's kind of hard. I don't want to tip this over. Wow, you guys are commenting really great stuff too. So, yeah. So my boyfriend, I mean, I think when I posted that video, a lot of people were like, I wake up at 5, 6:30 would be a luxury, which I get. Trust me, my boyfriend wakes up at 4:30 to get to his job by 5 or 5:30. And so he's gone by the time I wake up, but I don't have to be to work until 10, you guys. So if I wanted, I could sleep until 9 and still have an hour to get up and get showered and make breakfast and stuff, which is what I used to do. So it's not really even about the time in which you're waking up. Like, you don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning. I mean, it just depends on your lifestyle and what you're trying to accomplish and when do you start work? Or if you don't work and you're a stay-at-home mom even, because I was aware that some people are moms and they right now are on their kids' schedule and whatever works for them. But you don't have to be, maybe if you've got a really, really newborn, then, you might just be on the schedule of your newborn for a while, and that's just parenthood. But if you have children and you know that they need to wake up at this time or that they typically wake up at this time, get yourself up earlier and have a mommy morning, and so that you're, having some self-care. Um, I think I'm gonna, well, let me finish the face and then I'll do the circle and the thicker marker. I'm missing so many comments, you guys. Sorry. Angie said the earliest I start is 8, the latest is 2, depending on the days. Yeah, so, and then Sam's talking about the Witchy Facebook group and everything. So I'm going to announce that again to anybody who doesn't know, because this is a really great way to stay up to date with us and our discussions. Even if you don't like participate in the reading and you kind of just want more like fun content, or you want to be a part of a community, because not a lot of people are going to like read, or they might not want to come to the live streams every week. If you want to join our Witchy Book Club Facebook group, it's a great time, and I am blown away because we haven't even had this group for that long, and we almost have 100 members already. And when this happened to me a few days ago with my friend, the support from everybody was overwhelming, honestly. And so it's a really wonderful thing. And again, my moderators are super great. People post live streams of their homework discussion and pictures of, what their thoughts are on the reading, or pictures of them doing their homework. It's just really a great time. So you can head over to facebook.com/groups/witchy book club, and it should be in the description box once this goes. It might be there now. I don't think it is though, but I think it shows up after the live stream is over, and anybody can join. No, I'm not. How do I do that? I'm a new techie. Sam, where did you get the coloring page? It's not a coloring page. It's a piece of watercolor paper that I sketched the card out with. And then I watercolored it last night. So I drew it. I would love, it's one of my big things that I have on my bucket list that I want to, I've never, like, okay, wow, what am I trying to say right now? Get it together, Gemini. It is on my bucket list to create some sort of planner or workbook that incorporates art and journaling, and like create my own bullet journal workbook kind of thing. And I think a lot of people would assume I'd want to make an oracle deck or a tarot deck instead, but I really have wanted to create like a bullet journal or a workbook and do original watercolor and things in there. So I would love to do that. Yeah, or even a coloring book. I wouldn't take like the tarot cards and copy them because I don't think I can do that. I don't know. I know that there are some out there, but I would want to do like my own original thoughts and ideas, or create stickers as well of watercolor things, witchy watercolor things, or pagan illustrations to put in a bullet journal. Like, that is really kind of my 2018 dream or goal to start looking into, because I don't even know where to begin or what to do with that. But it is like, that would be so fulfilling for me. Even if like one person bought it, I would be just like so thrilled. But I don't even know where to begin. So if anybody knows what to do, there are some resources. Let me know. Hit me up, DM me. Carmen, whoa, I totally thought you printed that out. Spot on. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've done this every month. If you want to see some of the other ones that I've done from the other months, I just posted my bullet journal video, and in there I have the Temperance card. What do I have? The Temperance card, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, and I think that might be it. And now I'll have the Sun card because I'll put this inside my bullet journal. Yeah, that would be awesome. I love workbooks. So do I, Heather. Did you just send a friend request to the group? Yeah, and so Angie and Sam and also Heather, if Heather's still here, they can all accept you while I'm on this live if they have a second. And again, they have been like so solid in my, they're just really awesome. I love my moderators. I love everybody in here, even the people that helped me out and that sent me like, just, you guys are awesome, really. But yeah. I do also not like the way that the chin is drawn on here. Like I get it, but it just feels weird. Okay, hold on, I gotta go back up to the comments. No, I keep meaning to announce that Emily and I are slowly working on a tarot deck. It's called Doodle Tarot. We're pretty stoked on it. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing, Sam. I didn't know that. That is so cool. Barefoot Taurus. All right, I had to go be nosy and look at your clap back. Don't feel bad at all. People will pick apart anything that pokes at them. It's not a reflection of you or how you approach topics, trust me. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. And again, like my clap back wasn't even like, it's not even a clap back. It's more so just like you, I feel like you missed the point. And I also feel like maybe some people thought that I wouldn't read the comments. Like, I don't have that many subscribers, you guys. I read all of the comments. I might not be able to reply back to them, but it's like there's not that many of them to where I won't see them. So, yeah, anyways, it's thank you, but it's all good. I was also just really cranky and it just, But Sam, how cool. Where will you sell it? I don't know, Christina. Where this is just like something that I keep writing on post-it notes or I keep thinking about or dreaming about or I'm switching to this pen now for a second so I can do the circle around this because the circle is a little bit bigger. And then I think I'm going to do the number, the Roman numeral up here. I don't even know where to begin. Like, I have ideas on what I want to do. Well, I guess that line's not even that much bigger. Oh, well. It's fine. I have clear, like, intention and ideas on what to do. But I don't know, like, the format I need to do it in. Like if I were to sketch out something this size, like what size do I do it in? What platform would I wouldn't really worry as much on where would I sell it or how would I sell it. For me, the first step would be how and what do I design it as? Like format wise, like size wise, like if I draw something on a smaller scale, is it going to be hard or not to resize something? Like I've thought about that as well with doing original artwork for tarot decks. Like, do I have to have a card, if I design a card, be in certain dimensions so that when you scan it, to do it in a print, like what are those dimensions and how do I find that out? And you know what I'm saying? Like those are the sorts of things that I feel a little clueless about, but after it was made, I would figure out where to sell it or how to sell it, or I could self make it or something like that. But um yeah, it will be on Etsy once it's finished. So definitely thought the chin on the sun was just the lower lip. I feel like it's both. I think that it's so like that's why I don't like it. So like I think here's the lip and then this like line here is supposed to accentuate like here's the chin. But it just like looks weird to me. It looks like some knockoff bow tie or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that's really cool, Sam. You'll have to keep me posted on that and show me images and stuff. You should send me one and then I can do like a flip through of it for a video. Does anyone own the Everyday Witch Tarot? I'm wanting to get a new deck. Heather. I don't have that deck, but it's always looked like a really good one. I really like some of the way, I think the Everyday Witch is that the one where like the Temperance card is like witches doing yoga or maybe it's the Hierophant. One of the cards are like they're seated in a yoga position, I think, or something like that. Is that the same one? My clients love it. I do, and I love it. Yes, it is the Hierophant. has cats in it, and I thought it was super cute. Oh my gosh. I wish I would have brought in my mug that I just bought. It's a black cat mug, and it is the cutest thing, and it has like ears that stick up. I got it at Kroger in the Halloween aisle, and George hates cats, so he doesn't ever want to live with them, and it kind of hurts my heart a little bit because I really love cats. But I don't want to make him live in a house with an animal that he doesn't want. But I really want a black cat too, so I bought myself this mug. It's like a, here you have a black cat. It's looking good, don't you think, you guys? Oh, I just smudged it a little bit with my hand. That's a rookie mistake. It's okay, you can't really see it. It's just for me anyways. Let's see. Has cats in it, and I thought it was super cute. I saw the chariot card, and the witch was on a motorcycle. I loved it. Yeah, okay, I do know that deck is the one I'm thinking of. And it's really cute. That one is one that I've actually wanted to add to my collection for a while, but I just like because it's like modern, but it's really cute. Oh no, I can't unsee the bow tie now. I know. Sorry, Heather. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought it might have been just a novelty deck when I first saw it, but I get amazing readings with it. There's shocker decks out there, everybody. Like I've had some decks where I just am so shocked. Like the Goddess Guidance Oracle to me, I feel like people either love or hate that by Doreen Virtue, and I don't have or love many Doreen Virtue decks. But for some reason, that one just is like my absolute. I like adore that deck. It shocked me. I say it all the time. Like I was not expecting to click with that deck like I did. And it's just been one of those decks where you're just like, what? This deck? This is the one that's just coming through with all these spirit messages and stuff like that. All right. We're getting into some serious line work here. Angie, thank you for approving hold on, members in the Witchy Book Club. Solaria Willow said there is Major's only Dungeons and Dragon deck that I want, so pretty. Soren says I thought the same about Housewife Tarot, thought it was too novelty, but it's such a sassy, sarcastic deck. Your ring is so pretty, Sam. Thank you so much. I've gotten so many people that are like, oh my god, are you engaged? But I bought this when Skylar was here because I saw it and I absolutely fell in love with it. I don't know, I just really liked it. And the price tag on it was $22, which is quite a bit. I feel like for a ring that I just randomly bought, but I was born on the 22nd of May, and I was like looking for a reason that it connected with me, kind of thing. And I was like, oh my god, it's meant to be. So I bought it, and I literally have been wearing it every single day, but it only fits on this finger or my other ring finger on my other fingers. So people keep, and it's like very distracting when it's that big and it looks from far away like an engagement ring, but don't get your hopes up. It's just the ring that I bought for myself. I found a brand new deck at Half Price Books of the Angel Oracle, paid $2 for it. I couldn't believe it. They had it on the clearance shelf. Oh my gosh, what a deal. That's amazing. That is so cool. Do you know? Yeah, I think it's opalite as well. But they did not say it was not marked. That's my guess. That's what it looks like to me. But I didn't even really care. I just really liked it a lot, and it fits me super cool on that finger. So the Everyday Witch is going to be the deck I'm working with in October. I love it. That's a perfect deck for October. Okay, for some reason, I'm like not ready to commit to this banner. So where should we go next? Where should we go next? I feel like we should do the sunflowers. I feel like I want to do the sunflowers. Maybe I should just tackle the banner. All right, let's just tackle the banner. Or this flag, I should say. So here's something that I didn't notice about the card, which everyone else is probably like, duh. But when I was drawing it, it was confusing me because like I didn't realize that there was an actual like pole here. that like held the flag or this banner. I didn't see that or realize it was there, and that the child was holding it. I felt like it was just something that was like maybe on the wall. And I don't know if it's because like the detailing here with the hand is so small and can be glanced over so easily. I have to watch where I'm putting my hand. I'm making rookie mistakes here. And I'm missing just all of the comments, so feel free to talk amongst yourselves for a moment. But I mean, I think once I realized, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I did know that that was there, but I don't think about that aspect of this card, or I don't, that the first thing I see is not typically like the child holding the flag. So there was that. And I do not like any of the way that like hands are drawn in this deck. But that's just me. Because I'm like such a perfectionist. This has been drawing the cards for the month has been, and I talk about it in multiple videos about how drawing the cards has been a really good learning experience for me. One, to just become so intimate with the card, because when you're trying to, you think about it, guys, I had to sketch this out, right? So I took a pencil, I sketched it all out, and I had to really focus on each and every line and each and every detail and the proportions between each thing to make it fit and to make it look right. Then I had to go back and really try and paint it in, and I had to color match and think, okay, this banner is really pretty red and also has a little bit of orange in it, but then the middle of the sunflowers are not the same color. What do I add to it? I need a little bit more yellow ochre to this to get the right color. So I'm really becoming intimate on how each and every color is. And now I'm going back and going back over every single line. Like I didn't do the lines here when I sketched it out. And I'm basically going over every single little detail of this 3 times. And you become very familiar with the card in a way that you wouldn't have thought before. And even if you're not into drawing, or even if you feel like you're not good at it, or just trying the best that you can, it's not about having it turn out exactly how I'm making it turn out, or even just having it be perfect. It's the act and the activity of, you know, becoming so intimate. And that's why I think the coloring books are nice, because, you know, if you feel like you can't draw, or you don't want to draw, but you do want to discover the card in a different way. But there's something to be said about trying to draw it and not just color it. I'm just not really able to read any of these comments. Let me go back. Did they drop it? It's kind of their, anyways, yeah, because I hated the idea. Now they just tell the perfumes. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I didn't know they wrote an apology letter. What are you guys talking about? An apology letter? But that doesn't change the fact that they're trying to cash. Oh, you guys are talking about the kit, Sephora kit. Are you talking about that? Is that what you're talking about? The witch starter kit. Yeah, I typically don't voice my opinions on things like that, and that's not because I'm a little bitch about it. It's just because I have very differenting opinions a lot of the times. Like I can see both. I don't know, if I don't have strong enough things to say about it, then a lot of the times I just don't say anything, I guess. I don't know. I see pros and cons to a lot of things, and I don't even have that much Libra in my chart. So, yeah. I think it was poorly done. So, if it was done right, maybe I can see it having less of a backlash within the community, because I think it was really poorly done. But I don't know how you would be able to do that right, coming at it that way either. But It's a good and bad thing. It was really poorly. Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts on it as well. You know, just even like answering the question, like, how do you feel about tarot becoming more mainstream? Like, obviously, there's pros and cons to everything. But something like that was just, in my opinion, really poorly done. And and I was late to the game with discovering what it was. Like there was already so many really well done either rant videos or explanation videos or opinion videos on it that I had watched a few and I felt like my opinion was already stated by other people and I didn't really need to put it out there. I just felt like, I agree, ladies. It sucks that something so close to so many people's hearts is an aesthetic for people to make money. Yeah, and I think again, like if it's done with good intention and good research and you can still have really good marketing on it, but if it just really missed the mark in my mind. My concern was it affecting business at metaphysical witchcraft, occult, new age shops. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that happens in all sorts of business. That's just like capitalism and consumerism in general, like whether we're talking about, witchcraft or we're talking about shoes, I mean, there's always going to be the little mom and pops or the little owned business, and that's why it's so important to support your local businesses and support the smaller shops and things like that because, you know, yeah. I have seen so many companies, ooh, let me go back up, try and sell products and slap on astrology things and call it magic collection. Yeah, I know. And yeah, to be honest with you, it's like I'm over the conversation. It was random for support, considering they mostly sell makeup, and that's the thing. Like it missed the mark. Creepy naked baby card, Sam. You make really good art. Thank you, Jezebel. Thank you. Yeah, this is not my favorite card, and it's not my favorite way to depict this card. Like if I were, I don't see it. I don't get it. And even now, like I can tell my proportions are off because like the horse's ear should be like up and coming over this here, but I don't really care. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not the point. I mean, I'm going to try my damnedest to do it as good as possible because that's the perfectionist Virgo ascendant that I am. But it's fine, you know. Yeah. So, where's my water? I need a sip of water. So, do you guys have any questions or anything that you'd like want to ask me or something that you'd like me to talk about? My thoughts for going live during this was I had so much fun doing this the other two times I've done this, but also to talk to you basically about what I already talked to you about was transitioning into this card early for October and doing all those other things. And yeah. Should I give you a hint to your surprise? No, Angie, calm down. I am really excited though because like I just love mail and I just love love and I just think it's so cool that you are putting time out to put something together for me. So, but don't. Okay, I gotta get going. New episode of American Horror Story. Oh yeah, you love that show. Okay, Sam, see you later. I love you so much. See you all on Monday. Bye. You already kind of know. Angie, no. Bad Angie. Unfortunately, I have to say goodnight now. My daughter needs some homework help. Oh, I feel you. It's good. I really loved that I could see you in the comments, and it was so cool that you could join the live stream. Yes, thank you so much. I will definitely send love to my friend, and I hope that you have a good night. Do you have a favorite show right now? Thank you for a question. Barefoot Taurus. Do I have a favorite show right now? So I'm kind of lame and I don't really watch TV. But I am always watching and rewatching Friends. It's like a problem, kind of. Um, how does this even work? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out the lines here. So it kind of comes down like this. Yeah. Okay. So I'm always rewatching Friends. That's why I named my dog Phoebe, is because I have a healthy yet unhealthy obsession with Friends. And so I'm always like, I have Netflix on my phone and I'll be doing something like this. And if I'm not live, I'll just throw it on and listen to it in the background. George and we are watching The Office for the first time. I've seen a lot of like random episodes, but we're going through it and it's taking us forever because, again, we don't really watch TV. He watches a lot of like the superhero shows and stuff, but I don't. And I did just start and watch one episode of a new show the other day, and I really want to continue watching it. And it's that one with Jim Carrey. And it's like really depressing. And I can't remember what it's called, something Happy or Mr. Happy or something like that. And I was like really, really interested after watching one episode of it. And I just adore Jim Carrey so much that I think I'm gonna like watch that show. And I say that, and I'm not sure if I actually will because I always want to get into shows. And then I kind of just like pimp out on it. I don't know. I just can't, again, I don't really sit still. So if I do watch TV, it's because I'm doing something else and I want like noise in the background, but then I don't want to sit down and watch a TV show and get invested and not be able to be productive at the same time. So my gift to myself is the Four of Cups. I'm gonna be okay with maybe vegging out on a show, and maybe it should be that one. Um, I can't stand Emily either, Heather. She's the worst character in the history of characters on TV. Ugh, she's talking about Friends. Emily. And her parents. Her parents were the worst. Oh, I hated that. I hated that those seasons or those episodes in that season. I just started watching Hilda on Netflix and it's so autumnal. Hilda, what's Hilda? That sounds good. Um, Productively watching TV. Yeah, right. Outlander. That is I've wanted to watch that, but I've wanted to read the books, so I haven't. So that might be something I can make for a goal. I just feel like I'd really like the Outlander books. And I would love to get into that in 2018 because it's been something I've wanted to read for a really long time. There's quite a lot of people. I don't feel like I'm super boring you with my monotoned voice and line work here. I don't know. These are actually the videos that I enjoy watching. I like, I really like watching people paint. There's this artist she's a watercolorist, she's an illustrator, and she's a vegan. She's always like making really delicious vegan food. Her name's Holly Exley. I think it's Holle, and then it's Exley. And she has like the most calming voice, and she just talks very slow and enunciates very well. And I'm just like, I watch her videos and I'm instantly calmed. And she's always doing really cool watercolor videos of her illustrations, and she's just amazing. So those are the kind of videos that I like to watch. And paint videos are fun to watch, ASMR including too. Yeah, I could have hooked up my microphone, but watching Jenna Marbles paint Bob Ross painting, oh my God, I was crying laughing. Heather, that was hilarious. Also a bit cringy for me because I was like, girl, blend your lines, blend it more. But she didn't know. She did the best she could. All right, I'm moving on to this. I'm gonna come back and do all these little lines on the flag later, but I'm getting bored, so I'm moving on. Hashtag Gemini. So let's do one of these little sunflowers. But any other questions? Other than, I mean, I don't really watch TV. I kind of wish that I did. And then, but it's funny because I'll go to watch TV, like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna watch a new show, and then I'll go in and look for something new, and I either just revert back to Friends, or every like 6 to 8 months I get Hulu back and I binge watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's kind of like my thing to do. So I've seen those a lot as well. I wanted a black cat and I wanted to name him Salem. Like, so that's what my new mug is going to be called. I also don't really like the way that this particular flower is being drawn. Do you guys see these petals? And I'm trying to sort of mimic, but have to make it my own because my proportions are off. Oh well. All right. I don't either. YouTube is my TV, or I watch online TV. Yeah, see, that's the thing too. I say I don't watch TV, and it's not me being like, oh, I'm better than everybody because I don't watch TV. It's like because I'm always watching YouTube. Um, YouTube is my TV. Are you gonna watch The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina? I think I'm gonna at least give it a try. I think it's either gonna be complete shit or it's gonna be really good, and I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a try for sure. The preview to me looked really interesting, and I'm just gonna have to, in my mind, separate, like, I can't compare it to, the Melissa Joan Hart version of Sabrina. Like, if you do that, I feel like you're doomed from the beginning to not like it because it's gonna be nothing like it, you know? So hi, I finally made it. Hi, Damien. Have you guys seen the preview to the new Charm show? I didn't even know that there was a new Charm show coming. That is amazing. So, yeah. Again, I just like feel really out of the loop with TV. But that's that. All right. Things are happening over here. I haven't had real TV in 20 years. Oh my gosh, the comments are going so fast. Wow, I'm actually viewing it live. Hi. Yeah, we're just rambling and we're just talking about the Sun Card and TV shows and things of that nature. I just wanted to come on and do like a quick little update as well, talking because I just didn't feel, I don't know, it didn't really feel appropriate for me to just come back to Witchy Book Club without addressing it before Witchy Book Club, of why I postponed and like what happened. And obviously I didn't go into detail, and I don't even honestly want to bring it up again. So if someone wants to fill everybody in the comments, or if you want to watch the playback, if whatever, it's just really sad, and I'm just trying to be there for my friend and like that. So it's just been kind of a downer here lately in the last few days. I mean, and yeah, so I just felt like, I don't know, writing a post in the Facebook group or anything was just, before saying something, I could just, like, the words couldn't say enough kind of thing. Like, I couldn't describe what happened. Oh my gosh, I'm just making things up right now because my proportions over here are so off that I'm just gonna have to kind of like fake lines. That's why I'm not talking. I'm like trying to concentrate for a second on how I can fix what I effed up over here. It doesn't look that bad though. You can't really tell. Add another one of those. All right, let me see. They made the Jungle Book live. I was excited to hear they were doing the same with The Lion King. Express yourself through your art. I'm trying. Art is such therapy for me. Hey, beautiful Sam. So nice to see you live when it's not my midnight. Yay! Art by Feeling. Thank you so much. Yeah. I always feel so bad when I'm going live, like, and everybody has to miss it in certain part of the world, but I'm never gonna make everybody happy, you know? I'm looking forward to the British series A Discovery of Witches. Again, I didn't even know like something like that was being produced or going on. Like I'm so out of the loop with that stuff. That's awesome. Um yeah, the series that I'm really into by Sarah J. Maas that I've talked about quite a bit on my channel, like book-wise, it's a YA fantasy. Um that is being produced into a Hulu show, and I don't know when it comes out, but I'm gonna have to get Hulu back for that because I think I'm gonna hate the show, but I have to watch it. Sorry, I have to go to bed. I have school. Damien, it's okay. I'm so sorry that you you have to only you got to watch a little bit though. Damien's so sweet and always messaging me like, when are you going live? We made it for a second. Supposed to start this month, Erin. So what else? What else should we talk about here? What else? What else are you guys curious about or anything fun to get into conversation with? So yeah, again, this proportion of this ear is off or the flag, but whatever. It's coming together. I don't know if I'll be able to go live for this whole, well, I'm getting through it. I shouldn't say that because I feel like I'm getting through it. Anybody else anything? Having weird dreams lately? Oh, that's a good question. In the last few days, I've woke up feeling like I did have dreams, but I couldn't remember them. I've been having crazy strange dreams as of late and wondering if it's the same for anybody else. Well, tell us about your crazy dreams. Dream interpretation is my favorite type of reading. Oh, that's really cool. I have a lot of really strange dreams. I'm done with dreams. Yes, Heather had the most insane, just really amazing experience. And if she wants to share it, she can. But if not, it was interesting. She was able to tell me about it, and it was fascinating. I was like, it was so cool. But yeah, my dreams, I would say within the last month or two has been really like I'll wake up and write it, and then someone will tell me how it basically happened the day before in a different context. And it's been crazy. I mean, the other day, and it's happening like in wake where I'm like, oh, I dreamt this, but then I actually don't know if I dreamt it or if it was like just me picking up on things. So it happened again the other day. We were driving home from, we took the kids, they're not kids, we took George's teenagers to go see the Queen tribute band live. It was so much fun. And on the way back, I was looking at an email, and I get emails for Phoebe's microchip. So I have my dog microchipped, which I don't know if I agree with now. I don't know if back when I got it, if I would have been in the same state of mind that I am now, if I would have done that, but it's already there, so keep your judgments to yourself. But so I get emails from like the company that does the microchipping from time to time saying like, oh, Sparky is lost in your area, and then you open it up and you can see a picture of Sparky, and like if you've seen the dog or whatever, you have the dog, you turn it in. So I was saying on the way home, and I'll check the comments in a second. I feel like you guys are probably commenting really cool stuff right now, and I'm missing it. But I was saying on the way home in the car, I was like, it's really fun sometimes to see the emails and see like Frank, the dog, is lost in your area, and then try and envision what kind of dog that Frank would be. And so like you envision maybe like a golden retriever, and you open it up and it's like a Chihuahua mix or something. And the kids kind of like gave me a chuckle, and we talked about that for a little bit. And then the next day we were playing disc golf, and George turned to me and was like, look, there's Phoebe. And I don't know if you guys are new to my channel, if you've seen my dog. She's a weird looking dog. Like, there's not many dogs that look like my dog. And I was like, wait, really? Where? And he pointed this dog out to me. I was like, oh my gosh, it looks just like Phoebe, but with like a little different coloring. So I was sitting down and talking to this guy, and he was like telling me how you can get like a DNA test on your dog and find out what breed she is and all these things and how he did it and he got it framed. And it was like a really nice, funny guy. And I was like, he was talking to me and I was like, this dog just feels like so weird because it looks just like my dog. So I turned the tag over and the dog's name was Frank. And I was like, no freaking way. How random is this dog's name Frank? Like, who names their dog Frank? And it was like a Chihuahua mix and it looked just like my Phoebe. And it was just so, maybe that's not that weird, but to me it was really weird. Like, it just felt weird when I turned the tag over and I saw Frank. It was like just weird. Um, Anyways, let's go back. I feel like, oh my God, yeah, you guys are saying so many things. I can't even go back enough. I had this crazy dream when I woke up enough. Astral travel, anyone? Yeah, oh my gosh, astral travel. I have not astral traveled in a very long time. Yes, I've been on medication for separated sternum and have, oh my God, that's awful. I'm so sorry. Been having crazy stuff happen too. And you guys are just like talking about your dreams, which is so, I'm like really upset that I missed all this. I had a dream. I won't go into detail. Oh my God. Yeah. And Heather, everybody listen to Heather's comments. Oh, Heather's story is so cool and so weird. And it was like crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to keep going. I have not astral traveled in, or at least that I was aware of. I'm sure it's happening. But, it's been a long time since I can remember. Well, that's not true. But I don't feel like I just like sort of was hovering right over my body. And I still felt like I didn't let go all the way. I love when people name their fur babies things other than normal, fluffy, smoky. Yeah. Yeah. Like what a random name for this little chihuahua next. Frank. You know what I mean? Like I love that. I had a cat once for a little bit and then I had to let the cat go to a new home, but I named it Steve because I thought it was so funny. Come here, Steve. And it's like this little kitten, like Steve. And I was convinced it was a boy cat. And then we took it to the vet and they're like, well, Steve's a girl. I was like, I'm still calling her Steve. Because Stevie Nicks is a badass, but also just calling your girl cat Steve it just tickled me. It just tickled me pink, really. Um, Baby. See, but I don't even call Phoebe a lot of times. I don't call her Phoebe. I call her Mama, which is just really weird. But that's just what feels right. It's just that she, Mama. It's weird. Because I'm her mom. I don't know why I do that. This is kind of a thicker line, isn't it? All right. This line work around the eye is a little infuriating because I can't really see what's going on. So I just kind of have to do my best. I'm getting quiet because I'm trying to concentrate because I actually can't really see the lines. It's pretty close, but I don't know if that's exact. But I can't really see it. I also feel like this line comes down a little bit more. Talk amongst yourselves for this part. Class, turn to page 42 and read amongst yourselves. Okay. Yeah, Heather's still telling her story. This is so cool. I remember my dreams every morning, not always pleasant, but often great. My dog's name is Chantria or Chantria. It is the Cambodian for moon. Oh, that is really cool. What a cool name. Oh, the comments have been going for a while. And I was just way back there. Although sometimes people get weird with their pet names, and I'm so glad that they don't name people that. My kids named their last hamster Chair. Mood. Nikita, mood. Big mood. Oh my god, I love that so much. Chair. This is my hamster Chair. Oh my god. Chantria. Yeah, that was really cool. I think I told Sam about it. Oh, I'm missing so many things, guys. But I'm gonna keep going and try and So you know what else was kind of interesting with the sun card this month, and I had kind of not really expected, but it made sense once it was happening, was the amount of joy that I found coming from things that I used to feel or think or do in my childhood. So like I wrote it, where did I write all these down at? Was it my most of it was when Skylar was here and like remembering and feeling, but like just alone we went to Cedar Point, and if you guys watched our giggly obnoxious vlog, Cedar Point is a roller coaster theme park, and I haven't, well, so it's like about 2 hours away from where I live in Michigan, but it's in Ohio. And like when you're in school here and you're a kid, like that's where all of the big like field trips or end of the year trips or whatever is to like Cedar Point theme park and stuff. So I really haven't gone in my adult life. I just haven't, and I used to love going, and it's been years and years and years. Like I feel like I was a child last time I went. So rediscovering all of this and going to this theme park, I didn't really even think about like when was the last time that I've been here and how did I feel and what am I going to feel now, like going on these rides and just like laughing or remembering what it felt like even just to like strap into some of these rides that I've rode so many times before, but I just kind of forgot what it was like. And that was just weird. It was a good weird, but it was like unexpected nostalgia through like really happy memories. So, yeah, the only person to talk to at that time was Sam. Yeah, Heather's finishing up her story. If you guys are reading her comments, it was so weird and so cool. And then Angie's talking about her dream. My mom had, yeah, that was really too, that was weird too, Angie. We're all glad you guys can keep the conversation going and I can just ramble. But also your stories are really interesting. So, oh my gosh. Can I show you something? I have to get up for a second. I'm really excited about this. Like really, really excited. I'm going to try and film it. I'm going to try and film it on Monday. I did not draw that as well as I'd like to, but that's okay. Let me go get this. It's this deck. So I have this deck. I have a lot of decks that I still need to unbox for videos, but I'm doing this one next because I am so freaking excited about it. I actually reached out to the creator of the deck because I loved it so much, and I asked if I could receive a deck to unbox it. So I did get this for free, and I was so excited that the creator agreed to send me one. And I don't know how much is out there about this deck right now because I don't see much publicity about it, which is also why I'm really excited about it because I feel like I might be one of the only videos that'll be out there. Oh my gosh, I'm so, so, so excited. I already took the plastic off of it, but I haven't even opened it. Are you ready for what it is? The creator's name is Claire, and It is the Illuminated Earth Oracle. How cool is this? This deck looks so good. And if any of y'all buy this and unbox it for a video before I get to, I'm gonna be so mad now. But look at the images on the back of this deck. I just feel like I am going to fall in love with this deck and this. Yeah, I feel like that's the only way I've heard was just like in passing. And I like even the box is so cool. I'm itching to unbox this, but I needed some self-care. Like I could have did it tonight, but I needed some self-care. So this was nicer for me. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. I just feel like from what I've seen from the images and what the artist has posted on Instagram and stuff, I feel like I'm really going to like that deck and it's going to be cool to unbox it for my channel. So hopefully I can get that one out for next week and like that. So I'm really excited about it, you guys. And it's like really ballsy, I feel like, to reach out to a creator and be like, hey, want to send me your really hard work project that you put a lot of love and time and money into? Do you want to just send that to me for free so I can make a video on it? Like, I don't really do that a whole lot. Like, it goes the other way around where maybe like the creators want to promote their stuff or they want to get their decks out there, so it's a good way to do it. But I feel like doing it the other way around is kind of ballsy. But I just really wanted it and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. So I'm really proud of myself for not being insecure about it and just asking, because if you don't ask, you don't get. And the worst that they could say is no, you know? And if they say yes, then cool. Super cool. Plus, I really, like, I wouldn't reach out to a creator if I didn't think that I wasn't going to really jive well for the deck, you know? Da, 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 da. Hey, Sammy, are you done doing the animal painting on the pieces of wood? Um, No, I was working on a secret one for somebody that doesn't know that I'm making one for them. And it's finished and I'll post pictures or something, but sending it in the mail. And so that's why I haven't really been talking about it a whole lot, but I'm not done with doing that. I was done with like commissions. And so then I did one for somebody that I wanted to do one for. And I don't mean to get anybody excited because it's not anybody here, I don't think. So, yeah. So, have to go. It was lovely to meet some of you. Bye, Art by Feeling. It was so, so nice to see you in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us and rambling and hanging out, talking Sun Card and whatnot. These lines I am genuinely just making up because I cannot really see the hair all that much. And I'll probably go back, to be honest with you, and add more just because they're so tight in the paint and like the original card. But I'm just trying to get the gist of it and then I can go back and do more. But it is very difficult to see. So I'm just kind of making them up. I mean, I have like an over line that I did, like a sketch of where I thought some of the lines were placed so I can get my proportions right, which they're not, but that's okay. So what else? Does anybody else have any questions or any topics that you want to see being discussed by me or in the comments? Because the comment section is popping right now. Y'all are on fire in the comment section. Okay, so yeah, that to me does not feel like enough lines or separation between the hairs. So I'm gonna make a couple more here. I don't like that little squiggle. Good enough. Right? Good enough, guys. Okay. Okay, it was. And she was bleeding and dripping blood. Okay, Aaron, it fell from the kitchen counter. Yeah, that was so weird, Angie. Like, it was crazy that happened. I got a lot of stories, but I've shared a lot of the ones that I remember in like super good detail in videos before, so it's like, do I say them again? I don't know, like bore you with the same stories. And I mean, things happen every day. Like the Frank thing with the dog just happened like a week or two ago. So, but it isn't that crazy. And I've talked about the other thing that happened recently with the $5 and predicting that someone was going to get an ace, and then my dream about that I had where, anyways, it's just crazy. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. It was so nice to meet you and to have you in the comments, and please feel free to join our witchy book club and hang out. And yeah, thanks so much for coming on in. It is getting quite late, but I'm just hanging out at my desk, so art therapy for me. Yeah, I feel like I want to continue to do the little animal paintings on wood, but I don't know if I'm going to be taking commissions just because it's too much. So I might just paint something that I like and put it up, and if someone buys it, great. And if not, then it'll stay up there until it does find a home and does connect with somebody. But as much as I love doing commissions and I love people getting what they want and being creative and trying to make something that, that person is maybe looking for, time wise, I just don't want to feel extra pressure on top of anything else. So, for those of you who are able to get some sort of commission or buy something already that I painted, congratulations. Because I don't think I can do that anymore. Yes, Erin, it was. Like me and my mom both dreamt of my sister being hurt or pain. Yeah. So, but here, I'm really nervous, but I feel like I need to announce this here because there's only 18 people, and then obviously anybody else who's watching this playback. So here's the thing. I am nervous to announce this, but I don't think I'm going to get any less nervous. So, my website is up and done, and there are readings posted. And I thought about making a video just dedicated saying my website's up, you can go purchase readings. What I'm worried and nervous about with that is that I do have a day job, and I've only listed certain amounts of readings per, maybe like 3 readings available per reading. Like, so I'm afraid and I would be very grateful if this happened, but I also am a bit nervous if I announce it in a big video and then I literally like sell out of all these readings, and then I get overwhelmed at trying to do too many. Yeah, like being bombarded with readings. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of like here and there, like, oh wow, I really messed the butt up of this horse, didn't I? That's okay. So, I don't want to be concerned about it. So I think what I'm doing is there's only 17 here of you right now, and whoever's watching this playback and has made it this far, my website is up. And if you would like to purchase a reading or you'd like to go check it out, it's samanthamenzo.com. And it's always posted in the description box of my videos. Obviously, after this live gets posted, it'll be there. Feel free to take a look. I spent a lot of time on it, but if there's any glitches or anything that doesn't look right or it's not working, I would love if you could let me know so I can fix it as soon as possible. I would love to do a reading for you. I would love to do that. And I will say that a lot of my readings are very large. So I think 3 or 4 out of the 7 readings that I have posted are like 11 to 13 card reads, because those are the ones that I feel I'm being drawn to do right now. And also because I do have a day job, that if I'm going to sit down to do a reading and videotape it and send it to somebody, it didn't resonate with me right now to be doing small little 3, 4 card readings. I really wanted to spend time to connect with somebody. So if you're disappointed that I don't really have a whole bunch of smaller readings on there or lower priced readings, at this point, that's just what works for me and what resonates with me is I really want to have meaty, big, in-depth readings. But it's up if you guys want to take a look. And I'm really nervous that I just announced that. But I think also just because I've spent so much time trying to make it perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. That's so, so sweet. Oh, I love how you had grandma on there. Yeah. So I do have a reading called Grandma's Go-To reading, and it is the reading and the spread that she taught me on. And it is anywhere from 11 to 13 card reading, depending on what the final cards are thrown, if they are major arcana cards or not. And yeah, and I have a year ahead spread reading available, which is like so exciting because I absolutely love that. And I think it's going to be really fun to offer that for other people. So that is up there. Again, if you don't want to even get a reading, you just want to go and check it all out. I have, I post things about, I have a whole section for Witchy Book Club to post certain things up on. I have some artwork that I've done posted in a tab there if you want to contact me further, stuff like that. So yeah, I just announced that. And cool. So yay. I don't think I'm gonna make one video that's like my website is up, because it just doesn't feel right for me right now, because I don't want to be bombarded as much as like I don't want to seem ungrateful. I do want readings. That's the whole point of it. I think you guys know what I'm saying. I don't need to explain myself with that. I have a job, and I want to, I feel like if I post a video that I might, everybody's just been asking for readings and stuff for so long that I feel like everyone's gonna be like, yeah, then I'm gonna have like 30. And that's not gonna help me to give really great readings. So I don't want you to be nervous or scared to go over and purchase a reading if that's what you want. But I think this is the greatest setting for me to announce it. Yay! Hi, Sonia. Hi, everybody else who's coming in. I'm reviewing my year ahead entry for September as we speak. I love doing them for family and friends' birthdays. I find them so useful in my own life. Yeah, this has just been, it's a really great thing that I've been able to discover so much about myself and the cards. And yeah, let's talk about this for a second, though, you guys. Let's talk about when you get cards for your year ahead spread, or even like monthly cards. So let's say you're like, oh, let me draw a card for October, and you get the Tower, right? Or you get the Four of Cups, which isn't a horrible card, but it's like, oh, okay, great. What do you feel about that? Because I've seen a lot of people say or talk about not doing like beforehand card pulls, and they wait till after. They do like a card to recap the energies. And I get that, but because they don't want to be like influenced, I guess is what I'm saying, is like, okay, you get this card and now you feel like you have to have a Tower moment. And that's definitely going to happen, and then you manifest that instead of letting, the natural energies happen and all of that. Oh my God, I don't like this foot. Who said that this foot was okay to draw like that? But honestly, that's how it looks on the card. You guys, it's a stupid little wonky foot. Whatever. Congratulations. I would get a reading from you, though the Canadian dollar isn't great right now. Blessings on the new venture. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's okay. Maybe one day our time will come where we can connect through the cards, but if not, I really appreciate that. I really want to do a year ahead spread, but I was thinking of waiting till New Year's or my birthday. Is there not a perfect time to do it? Like I can do it whenever? Yeah, I mean, you could do it whenever. But it is fun. I do it on my birthday, and a lot of people do it on their New Year. Whatever, when you feel like it's right, when you feel like you're being called to it, when you feel like if that's the reading that you would want to get, whether from me or someone else, I feel like go for it. I wouldn't put too much restriction on yourself for something like that. But I do say that if you're going to get a year ahead reading, that I wouldn't just get the reading and then kind of forget about it. I would take that reading and really have the intention, that would be my suggestion with it. You don't have to, but the intention behind it is to really, take good notes, really take it in and kind of follow along with that year and, review the reading anytime you need to, or journal about it and really dive in deep and not just let me or somebody else, if you get a year ahead reading or if you do one for yourself, kind of dictate what that energy has to be. I feel like it's going to be a really fun reading for me to do because it's going to be specific, but it will also be generalized and it'll break down, energies. But it's more fun when you get to discover how you connect to it. So let me go back up again. Sonia said, one thing I can't do is draw, so I look at magazines and books and I don't need any more and get pictures from them and get from nature. And then Angie said, I secretly want to do it on Halloween. That would be so perfect. The pagan, yes, definitely. That would be really, really cool, Angie. If that feels right, then that's what I would say to go with. I did my spread at the beginning of the year, and after each month I would journal the card or cards for that month to see what has transpired. I obviously journaled it when I did then reading, but also okay, so do you feel like the cards that you get, do you feel like because you drew them beforehand, you live through them more because you manifest that once you realize like that's what your energies are going to be? Or do you feel like it just happens and that recognizing what card is for the each and every month allows you to work and to see through the card in a more positive and in a tool type way, if that makes sense? Like, because that's how I see it. Because I do have the Tower for one of my cards. I've dealt with the Nine of Swords in the past couple months. I have some really challenging cards, and I've had some really challenging cards for my year ahead spread. But ultimately, they've been really, really life changing and really eye opening. And I went into it with an open, I want to learn and grow mindset. So I feel like obviously that's what I'm going to take out of it. As hard as some of the situations were for me, especially that freaking Nine of Swords. Oh man, did I struggle with that. But in the end, like I just feel so much more connected to it. I feel like I learned so much about myself and about other people in my life around me and how they deal with fears and anxieties. That yeah, innately when I like or initially when I see that card come up on the spread, I'm like, oh, fuck. All right. Well, that sucks, but that's not the way I think tarot, is meant to be used. It's not a tool for fear. It's a tool for self-exploration and self-discovery, and it's however you look at it and how you want to use it. And yeah, but some people might not look at it that way. So I'm just interested. This is really cool coffee shop up the street from me, has tea readings there 3 times a month. I'm going to do it. I've never had tea leaf reading before. Heather, my cousin, had a tea leaf reading and she said it was amazing. I've never had a proper tea leaf reading either. I dabble in doing tea leaf readings casually for myself and I always find them very fascinating, but I, I've never had one done for me. I think that would be really cool. Mia, girl, how are you? You inspired me to wake up early and it's almost 11 here in Grand Rapids. Oh my gosh, you're in Grand Rapids. Hi, Mia. I'm so glad that I inspired you. We were talking about how that video was taken out of context a little bit. So I'm so glad that you're setting aside time or, changing up your schedule to make your life work for you. That's really amazing. So I'm super proud of you and I'm glad that it helped you in however way it helped you. It's so cool. Yeah, waking up early has been life changing for me. Again, I have a schedule that doesn't force me to wake up until much later, but recognizing that waking up is beneficial in so many aspects for me and finding ways in which to make that happen because I think a lot of us recognize obviously waking up earlier or setting aside time for ourselves would be beneficial, but we just don't, but making sure that I figure out and stick to doing that in whatever ways are gonna work for me that day, then I don't know, I've just seen so much growth and so much change in my happiness and my productivity and my goal setting, like so much um just has gotten so much better for myself by waking up earlier. So, let's see. I use it as Heather says, I use it as a tool. Who wouldn't want to brace themselves if they can, or have known to keep an eye out to learn if they can? Um, they have been interesting to see how each card has played out or did not play out during the month. Yeah, it's really interesting for me because a lot of the times I find that I'll get the card and I'll say, oh, obviously this is where this is going to play out, or oh, this is what this card means. This is how I resonate with this card. Resonate. There's this one person in the comments that always is harping on me for the way I say resignate instead of resonate, but it's just something I've done ever since I was a little kid and I can't break it. So if you're the person who keeps commenting that on my videos, I'm truly, truly sorry. I can't fix it. I'm trying. I hear it. I know it. Thank you. I get your comments. I see it. I will try my hardest to say resonate instead of resignate, but that's just a horrible thing that I have in my language that I just do when I'm sorry. I'm getting sleepy. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, I feel like my voice is getting more and more ASMR-y and very like drawn out, so I'm probably putting people to bed. And I don't think that there's any way I'm gonna finish this card live, like, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try. It's just hard to keep up and have a conversation and then also stick to my drawings. But what I was going to say was there's times in which see the I'll see the card and I'll think, "Oh, like this is probably how this will." Oh my gosh, it blocked me off and there's my glasses. Okay, here we are. Sorry, I'm back. I don't know if it kicked me off because I only have 10% on my phone, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. You are so right. I cook breakfast and relax with a cup of coffee before getting in the shower and getting ready for work. Did you just feel like so much better with your day? Did you just feel like accomplished before you even started anything? Like for me, when I do that and I get up like that, I feel like I've already won. Like I've already accomplished so much by just not snoozing or not sleeping in or laying in my bed to the last possible second. Like I just feel so much better about myself when I allow that extra time in the morning or even before bed, whatever it is. Like right now, I'm allowing myself to take a moment and just kind of veg, even though I'm hanging out with you guys. Like I'm creating space for myself and time to do what makes me happy. I started working at my altar about 5 years ago, and now every morning. Before it was so sporadic. Yeah, that's awesome. Setting time aside to sit at my altar, to pull some cards, to do some journaling, whatever is so important to me. All right, let's do these fast because I don't feel like I need to go very slow. I can just kind of do what I need to here. I love pointillism. I should show you guys some of the pointillism that I did in college. My Virgo ascendant is really in tune with that pointillism because it's just monotonous and routine. Yeah, but I'm super proud of you, Angie. That's really awesome. So what does everybody have going on for the week? I'm losing people here, but that's okay. I'm just hanging out. There could be 2 people here, there could be 5 people here, there could be 30 people here. I have been live streaming for almost 2 hours already, but again, it's kind of hard for me to draw and talk and go through this. Okay. Glad it was so beneficial for you. It will motivate you to keep up. Yeah, I have low battery. I feel like it might kick me out again. I'm really proud of yourself. And here's the thing, and don't forget what I mentioned in that video, Angie, is that if tomorrow you sleep in on accident or you don't feel like getting up, it doesn't mean that you have to quit. It doesn't mean that you're never gonna try and wake up earlier again. And don't beat yourself up and be like, oh, I'm worthless. I could only do it for one day. And like, there's something about getting started with it that, like, you do have a little bit extra of like you have a little bit more motivation. It's like after it becomes routine and something, and you're like, I wake up every day and it's not, I don't feel like doing it or whatever. And if you fail one day, it's not really a complete failure. It just means that you just had a little bit of an F for the day, but you don't beat yourself up and don't continue to feel guilty about it. Just move on and do the best that you can in your day. And, because there's some days as well where, like I said in the video, like some days I don't get up when I want to, and I wake up and I'm like, shit, I missed my alarm, or I was so tired that I snoozed again, or whatever happens. But mostly it's because I recognized that my body might have actually needed more sleep that night and I didn't go to bed early enough. And I recognize that I'm sick or my body's trying to fight it off. Or maybe I did just subconsciously want to be lazy that day. It's okay. So I'm not trying to put it down or anything. Like, I'm totally congratulating you on it. But I want to be logical and practical and say that, you're not going to wake up now forever and always that early every single day, and it's not going to be perfect. It's just about recognizing and trying your best to stick with that and finding the routine and just reminding yourself every day, like, why did I wake up here? I woke up here this time because it felt so good when I woke up the other day and I had time to make coffee and I had time to relax and I could watch a little bit of TV or I could read a little bit of my book or I sat down in my altar and or I had extra time to actually do my makeup well. And that's important to me because I feel like it's a way to express myself creatively or whatever it is, you guys. It doesn't have to be, I don't have to pin it down to one thing, but it is really helpful when you can remind yourself of the why am I waking up this early? Because when that alarm goes off and you're like, oh, I thought I wanted to wake up, but I'll be fine if I wake up in another hour. I'll still be waking up early, but your goal was to wake up at 7 or wake up at 6 and you didn't wake up until 8 and you still might have or whatever. If your goal was to wake up at 4 and you don't wake up, you know what I'm saying. I'm that person with an alarm set for every 30 minutes or for like 3 hours. And I get it because I used to be that person too, Angie, but you don't need that. And to be honest with you, it's harder for your brain to wake up when it's always snoozing that alarm and you're forcing yourself in and out of trying to start REM cycles and you end up being more tired because your brain does not know how to function on starting and stopping REM cycles every 30 minutes. And even though you're like, oh, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, your body and brain does not work and function that way, as best as it could, at least. Heather, are you going to the float spot anytime soon? Yes, I really do want to make an appointment for October to go. And I was just thinking about that the other day. I actually have 2 free float spa sessions left. So I definitely am going at least 2 more times, and I probably will go more than that just because it's such a good experience. I don't know if I want to make a video the same way that I have been. If you guys are still interested in hearing about it, I can make a video somehow about it, but I think I'm gonna want to switch it up unless something really crazy happens. I don't know. But it's one of my favorite things that I've done on my channel because it was different and it was a really intense experience and I wasn't really expecting it to be. So, but yeah, good question. I really want to. I don't know how I would do that. How I would do it differently. I used to be that tied to alarm person. It can change for the better. Yeah, it really can. And some days I feel myself reverting back to that, but it's just, I think I might try it out. I don't smell like space. I don't like small spaces, but I'm going to push myself to do it. Heather, you can keep the pod open the whole time. So if that's your worry or your concern, it is still sort of a small space, but it's not, I don't think it's going to be like what you think it is. Like it's not like you close the door and it's trapped forever. Like you can keep it open and do the float. You can keep the lights on and do the float. You don't have to go nude. I like to go nude with the lights off and the music off and the door closed because I'm an all or nothing person. So, yeah. But you don't have to do that. And it's still good. My brother actually just texted me and said that he did a float spa and that he loved it. And so he's the one that reminded me, and I was like, oh, I have more float spas. I'm gonna make another appointment because it's just really awesome. And your body feels so good afterwards. My biggest tip for anyone who's doing it or wants to do it or maybe has done it again and maybe can say yes is drink water. Drink water. It made me feel really dehydrated afterwards because of all the salt pulling like a lot of the toxins out of my body. And it's really, really calming and soothing. And but if you've ever taken like a really long bath or like it's not hot water, it's kind of cold water because it's body temperature, like the regular room temperature or body temperature. But I just felt like when I got out and like even for like a 24 hours after, like I couldn't drink enough water. Just like even after you get a massage, they always tell you because you're breaking up so much fluids in your body and you're moving around toxins and all of that stuff, and the salt really pulls a lot out, that just drink water, drink lots of water, and you'll be fine. I was in a tiny space at a haunted house and I got kicked out for punching a clown in the face. Don't put me in a tight space with a clown and we won't have issues. It's not like that, Heather. I mean, it's bigger than your bathtub. So if you've had a bath, or maybe you have a huge bathtub. I don't know what your bathtub's like, but I mean, I feel like it's bigger than a normal sized bathtub. It definitely is bigger than a normal sized bathtub. So if you can get in a shower or sit down in your shower or even take a bath, like it's along those lines. Well, this is not my best work, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is getting a little wonky because I'm a bit tired. But it's okay. It's just for an exercise. It's just for fun, huh? I think that flag he's holding might look better if you don't add all those extra lines. I think it makes the card look busy with all the detail of the flowers and the wall so close. I was thinking that too, but I've kind of stuck to like knowing me. I get my eyes on this. Like, yeah, Heather, I did the first time, so it ain't great. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I feel like I see what you're saying there too, definitely. I think that's why I'm kind of avoiding it, to be honest with you. I think it's a great drawing, better than the stick person drawings. Thank you. Again, this is just supposed to be for me, like learning the details of the cards and becoming more intimate with it. And it's kind of therapy for me, like art therapy for me to take an image and just draw it. Because I love art, but sometimes it's a lot to try and like think about what you're doing. And I mean, I am thinking about what I'm doing, but when I'm making my own art, it's a different state of mind that I have to be in to just try and copy somebody else's artwork. And obviously I'm not going to do anything with this. I'm just putting it in my book of shadows and trying to get to know the card more, but I can't like sell this or anything, so it's not that big of a deal that I'm copying it. But it's just like it's very meditative for me, and it's a good way to keep up on my skills, stuff like that. I think it's, yeah. So we're coming to the end here. I think I'm gonna probably do the rest of the line work myself. I'll finish up if I do the line work, because I kind of do like that suggestion on not doing the line work. Maybe I'll show you guys the other ones. For those of you who haven't seen my bullet journal video, I'll show you the other cards I've drawn before we go. And then if you want, I will try and remember when this posts, probably tomorrow, I will go back and put a link to my bullet journal video in the description box in case you guys are interested in seeing some of my other ones that I've done. But I think this was really nice. I really appreciate you guys holding space for me, and I agree. It's very meditative. It helps enhance your art skills, and it's a win-win. So it's a win-win. My therapy is watching your videos. Oh, stop. I'm gonna cry. That's so sweet. Knowing that there are other people out there that are spiritual. Thank you. That is so sweet. Aaron says, I used to run a haunted house, and my clowns were warned of the dangers of getting too close to people. More than one was punched. Yeah, clowns are creepy. I mean, I've never been one that's like super terrified of clowns. There was a point where I thought that I was scared of clowns, but I really wasn't. I think I don't know. I am very easily spooked. I scream a lot, and I'm just like very jumpy, jittery person. If you guys didn't know, I have this very calm, grounded, centered self, and then I have the other twin, which is spazzy and twitchy and very Gemini. But thankfully my Taurus moon really grounds me. But when I'm like in a haunted house, or when I'm being spooked, or somebody tries to scare me, it is really not hard. It is not difficult at all to jump out at me and have me scream and throw whatever I'm holding up in the air. I don't know, I'm just kind of like just kind of a jumpy person. So it's kind of, I think, entertaining to take me to haunted houses, but I don't particularly like them. I don't watch horror movies, although I love Halloween and I love spooky things, but I don't know, I can't. I like suspenseful movies. I don't like downright weird terror horror movies, like something, I don't know. Not my thing. Like really, like the Saw movies are just disgusting to me. It's not something that I want to spend my time watching. And I know a lot of people are really into them, so I'm sorry if I'm offending you, but it's just not my thing. It's not my jam. It's not my jam. So anyways, I'm gonna finish up here. Let me pull out my bullet journal and show you guys, if you didn't already see the video. That's probably gonna be it. I might go back and make this area darker and go back. Now I'll probably just leave it. It's fine, right? And maybe make the lines if I feel like it. I definitely will finish the lines here. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll finish the lines here, and then we can call it for the live stream. because this will only take me about 2 seconds here. Thank you so much, guys, for saying it looks amazing. Time for me to go as I have recorded my favorite TV show. So bye for now. Bye, Sonia. Thanks so much for joining us. I can't do over-the-top gory movies anymore. Yeah, it's just like, just not my thing. Just not my thing. Which is good because my boyfriend doesn't like them either, and I've dated people before that like gave me so much shit for not wanting to watch scary movies. And I'm just like, I don't like it. Why would you want me to watch something that I don't want to watch? That's like scary. And it's not a thing. So George isn't really into it either, which is nice. All right, there you go, guys. There is my Sun card. I didn't made it to a live event. Oh, I'm leaving soon. But thanks so much, Jen. Yeah, so this is my Sun card. I haven't done the lines in this banner flag and back here yet. I will probably still do them, just not for the live stream. So that's that. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Here's a couple of the ones that I have done. So here is my Temperance card. This one I did on a live stream if you want to go back and watch the playback. It was really hard to watch because I actually did it pretty much the watercolor on the live too, and I didn't have the angle right, but this is my Temperance card, which is my actual year ahead card. And then, where's the next one? Let's see. The next one was the, oh, I'm trying not to get this other part in here. Ugh, the Ace of Swords, which I had reversed. So this is my Ace of Swords. Pretty cool, pretty simple. This one was really easy. There was not as much detail and craziness as the Sun card. Kidding me? And then I think the last, what's the last one? I think I did one more. Two more? One more? Oh, yeah. The last one that I did was the, it's going to be hard for me to get this in here, was the Seven of Swords. So there's my Seven of Swords. Oh, I got it. There is my Seven of Swords that I did. Colors are a little off in like the water and stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's not about being perfect, you know? And then I've done the Sun card. Yay! Thank you guys so much for watching again. I just so appreciate this, and I really appreciate those of you in Witchy Book Club who are putting white candles up for my friend and her loss. It's very devastating, and I appreciate you guys letting me take the Witchy Book Club last Monday off, and we will be back regularly scheduled stuff on Monday. So I love you all very much, and go check out my website. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really nervous, and I can't believe I announced that in this freaking live stream. So I love you guys so much. I will see you next time. Bye.